Good day, Rally fans. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with another new game on Wide Open Wednesday. It may not be flat out, but it's definitely wide open. We're going rallying in the year 2000. I'm sure Rally fans and classic Codemasters fans have already guessed that it's Colin McRae Rally 2.0. From the year 2000 by Codemasters. This is a rally game. It has a lot of, borrows a lot from the 2000 WRC season. Of course, what we're seeing here is the forward focus of the titular Colin McRae and his co-driver Nikki Grist, who will also be our co-driver as we race across several various locales as we take part in the Colin McRae Rally 2.0 Championship. I get to see a number of different, I'm going to be doing that a lot. Spinning it and binning it. And who knows, maybe we'll do a little jumping along the way, too. But yeah, you get to wheel your car around a number of different locations and different terrains. Tarmac, gravel, dirt, snow, ice. It's definitely not lacking for variety, is CMR 2.0. And here it is, the main menu screen. Now, if this doesn't look too bad to you, that's because we are running on the Silent patch. I mean, it's only appropriate that a fella named Unsilent is using a patch by a fella named Silent. I will leave a link to that down in the description below if you're looking for that. And let's get started. We are going a championship racing on the intermediate mode because it's me and I'm insane and I'm sure I will get my ass handed to me repeatedly. But unlike our recent Codemasters adventures with TOCA 2, I'm using this number 2 a lot because I'm playing this, Colin McRae Rally 2. Let's just shorten it to 2. I'm playing Diablo 2. I'm playing Half-Life 2. I just finished up playing TOCA 2 on Wide Open Wednesday. So it's like, that number 2 comes up a lot here. Anyway, intermediate for one player. We will create a new driver profile for this. Tag entry. Can't use capital letters? Okay. Oh. Oh, there it is. I'm not showing you guys this part. What gear am I allowed to run it up to? I was gonna say, I wasn't expecting it to go past the year 2000. As a matter of fact, they have future-proofed this. So, okay. I was not expecting it to go all the way up that far. I don't know if this is actually going to make an appearance on screen, so I'm not actually going to use my actual birthday, but you're also not going to get to see what it is either. Alright, so car select screen, alright. So you get to see this part anyway. So there are 6 cars to select. The Ford Focus, the Mitsubishi Lancer, the Toyota Corolla, which wasn't in the 2000 WRC, but it was the Manufacturers' Championship car from the 1999 WRC Championship, the Subaru Impreza, the Peugeot 206, and the Seat Cordoba. Seat is Spanish. So I put this up for a straw poll. I'll let you guys vote. And the 2000 WRC Championship winner, the Peugeot 206, didn't get a single vote. Instead, you guys went with the Subaru Impreza. I'm not going to complain. I'd love to drive the Impreza. I figured, okay, what's the most likely ones? I figured the most likely ones were the Ford one because, well, I didn't tell you what game it was. By the way, tell me in the comments if you think, like, in future polls, because I've done this polls thing twice, and I've not told you what game it's for. But, so I just, in future, just let me know if that's something that you guys want me to do. But, okay, the Ford Focus, I figured because I'm a Ford guy, because that's the, that's the Colin McRae car. Maybe if I had said it was Colin McRae Rally 2.0, this would have gotten more votes. And I figured the Seat, there was one troll vote that voted for Seat. So that's not a troll vote because I let you pick it, so it isn't really a troll vote. None for the championship car. Corolla got a vote, but we're running the Impreza. So here we go. Auto, please. We are going to Finland. Oh, we get a cutscene too. As we go to Finland.
Wide gravel and mud tracks make this rally one of the fastest in the world. The yumps, crests and long corners also make it one of the most hair-raising drives for any rally driver, and also one of the most exciting to watch.
That was Nikki Grist, our co-driver. So, we are in the Finland for Rally Finland. There are 2 stages, gravel and mud. Now, why is it giving us this? Because I'm assuming that we are going to... yeah, it's 8 stages. So these are the 2 stages that we get to run in between coming back to service. We'll kind of go over service. I've not actually done a stage with service before in this game. It's just been like, okay, I've done a couple of quick stages. That's the show. But we could change... all this stuff that we got to change. We've got dry gravel tires as opposed to dry mud tires. What do we have here? Yeah, it's mostly gravel, so we'll stick with the dry gravel tires. We can change... oh, that's repair. We can change gearbox, suspension stiffness, where the power's coming from. It's a 50-50 front to rear. So, front drives in some understeer, rear drives in some oversteer under acceleration. Brake bias, front is understeery under brakes, rear is oversteery on brakes. Brake power. Brake power may be reduced. This decreases the tendency to lock wheels, but with advantage on surfaces with low amounts of grip. So, like on ice surfaces, we want to dial back the brake power a bit. And steering sensitivity. Okay. There's our repairs. We don't have any because we haven't run yet, so let's get started. I don't know how long 8 stages is going to take for a video, so we'll just kind of sort of play it by ear. I was gonna say, and here's part of the problem, is that I don't know how much talking I can do without, like, drowning out Nikki in my ears. 3 right, which is basically a 90 right. Man, I just hung that out to dry there. Not good. So we'll see where we are. Oh, we're only a little bit behind. Oh, we're getting a little inside there. So I had to slow down a lot for that 5 left. That was probably, what, a 4? I'm going based on the symbols as opposed to listening to Nikki, which, I mean, I could just shut up and let Nikki drive. We're a little on the slow side compared to Colin.
33 left.
Not a bad turn there. I could have been a little faster.
30 press into 4 right.
Yeah.
Into left.
That felt like a good one. Yeah, it was. Oh, we've taken the lead.
50 long 3 left.
Oh, a long 3 left.
30 long
We're-
5 right.
Now they tell you
Press into
it's 1 to 6 is the calls that Nikki is making. If you can hear him just vaguely under me or when I'm not talking. 1 is slowest, 6 is fastest, but there's also a flat above that. So, fortunately, the colors and the little indicators at the top there do tell me a little bit. I was going to say, the problem is that all the danger signs are just danger signs, so I don't know if it's a jump or a crest or a dip or like a water gimmick or like a splash, a water splash. So I don't quite know what I'm getting into. I just have to sort of guess based on what's coming up in front. And if I'm talking over him, I can't hear Titans either. So it makes for an adventure. So I heard him say crest there. Nice wide fast. There's a crest coming up, but cut it a little bit. Does slow you down on the cut, so it keeps you honest. So we're coming to the last portion of the stage. That was a jump. That is definitely a jump. Oh, 2 jumps. Hoping I didn't ding up the suspension too much. So we're coming into finish here because it's got the barriers on the sides. Just managed to avoid bending it off the side there. Off the side of the barrier before we go into the into finish there. Now, what rally game was it that you had to finish and then pull up to, and then kind of pull up to stop to register your time like you do in a real rally? I like that touch. I mean, this doesn't have it, but I mean, maybe it was a coach. You could tell the controller at work when you're running the Xbox One controller. Mostly for the triggers. Oh, we've set the fastest time for the stage. That's not that surprising, since the prize doesn't have exactly a difficult one to, set the time with. So we've got about 7 seconds on Colin after the first stage. So let's go on to the next one.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Not gonna call that left as you accelerate through. Oh, crest. And crest. Sometimes crests will kick you in, sometimes crests will kick you out. A lot of crests here. Now this is where the fun begins. The last stage was a little straightforward. This one's got crests and blind turns, and you gotta be... I think I might have just clipped that tree. I may have just clipped that tree. It was not as violent a hit as it could have been, but it was enough to bang up the left rear corner and the rear windshield. Oh, and cost us a couple seconds as well. I'm hoping we can make up that time along the way. Nice cut on that 3 right. Just tagged that arm code there on the right. So I'm trying to hustle it. I saw we picked up 2 seconds in that sector, and I was like, yeah, we can make that. We can make that up. We can make this up. We're in good shape. I don't know about that. Well, that was a cut if ever there was one. That was incredibly daring. This is... Whoa, I'm hustling this too much. Sometimes slow is fast.
30 press and 5 left into 4 right. Into jump. 100 jump into...
Little break. Oh, there we go. Jump into a turn is always tricky because you don't want to... If you sky it too much, you don't have any control on your landing, especially when you're about to run into a turn. Oh, there was no maybe about that jump, Nicky. Alright. Making up a little time after that little dust up early on in the stage. Alright. That does not look like a 5 right. We're going to do the same thing we did the last time we ran into a turn like that. We're going to have a little repair bill. 4 right onto gravel. Fortunately, we've got the gravel tires, so we're... I wonder if I'm, wearing out the tires with all my sidewaysness here. Oh, that got understeery there. And we're probably going to cough up the lead, but... Look, we got... Oh, no, we held on to it. Just. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to hold on to the lead through that, so... We'll extend our lead ever so slightly by less than a second, but hey, every little bit helps. Oh, our teammate is Ericsson. Hopefully he doesn't hit us. Alright, not bad. We'll proceed to the next stage. Of course, the next stage is going to involve this, our stopover at the at service. So, I'm trying to figure out what the forecast means down there. Bright, dry, cloudy, drizzle, is it supposed to turn into a storm as we go along, or? You got the right tires. Okay, that's fine. Repairs. What do we need to repair? Okay, so if we gotta fix the suspension, there's the diff, there's the brakes. Yeah, we got 60 minutes, so we can fix the body. There, it takes 10 minutes. There's the exhaust, there's the drive shaft, and the axles. Not a lot of damage on anything, but when you've got this time, maybe a little preventative maintenance here wouldn't be amiss. We're being relatively, apparently, there's almost no damage on the drive shaft, so it's just a matter of being like reasonably sane with what we're doing with our repairs, and then we can go out because we're not making too many setup changes. Everything feels very comfortable. Like it's all gravel, so we should be fine. But I think let's just kind of use a little time here. I think we could probably get everything. Yeah, right on the nose. And you do get a time penalty if you exceed your 60-minute time allocation. So it is worth keeping in mind if you're doing this yourself. Just don't go over your time. You can go over your time limit, but you take a race penalty. So it's worth keeping in mind there. Stage 3, I think this is the one I've been running the whole time. Like as my test recordings and setup recordings, like setup as in like controller and graphics options and stuff like that. So if you... Oh shit. Well, that's a repair bill. I was gonna... Yeah, we lost a lot of time there. I was gonna say, we may want to lengthen the gears. God damn it. Slow down a bit. Am I sure this is the one I've been practicing? Or am I... I've not driven the Subaru before this. That might be part of it. So Colin's going to eat... Colin, literally everyone else is going to eat into our lead here. So what we're going to need to do... Short stages here at Finland. Lost about 2 seconds there, so that's not great, but hey, could have been worse considering we wrapped it around a tree twice. Told you it was going to happen. So. Still got a lead of about 6 seconds over Colin. It's not a bad way to go, but... I'm going to need to lengthen the gears. Make them longer so I don't run up against the red line. There's the problem, is it makes you pick the gears overall. So it's not like I could just lengthen 6th and like leave some of my lower gears in place. Long 5 left.
13.5 right, into 5 left.
A little late on that call for that right there. So. But it's like a nice early call for a 4 left. Another 3 left. I'm surprised they just call it 3 left long. This is one of those times when I wish I had a drink bottle like an actual like rally driver, because I could use a drink of water right now. Talking my way through a stage here. This hard work. It's a long stage. We're just past the 3rd in at 1 minute. That's a long stage. The last one was 65 seconds. Ah. Oh man, that was a hurt. Good thing I spent my time repairing the car the last one. Oh, the wing's coming off. Great damage model, right? Now I was gonna say, here's the other thing: is okay. We've got a lead over Dugas, or Dugas, maybe it is. We'll just call him Dugas. That's a bit more French. We've got a lead over Dugas, but he's ahead of McRae, so it's not like we're necessarily losing... Like, if we lose a little time to Dugas, but we can still finish ahead of McRae, we'd still pull ahead in the overall standings. So, past the farmhouse. That's a great part about rallies. It's just roads, right? Not a closed circuit. Yeah, I mean, they'll cordon off the roads for these events, don't get me wrong. So it is, unlike, say... Was it the Baja 1000 or whatever it is? Where Alex Rossi jumped over some guy, or some woman's SUV. He literally in the middle of the race jumped over someone's SUV. And it's like, we're not going to have that happen here. There's the chance that you might run into livestock. Probably not in this game, but in real rallies that has happened. So we're coming up on the finish here. We've had a good run at this stage, despite 10-second advantage over Colin. Despite breaking every part of this goddamn car. I'm not looking forward to having to make these decisions at service here. So, more gravel, more gravel. So some early morning stage is 8, and then 12, so 17. Okay. I don't know if that makes a difference, but not really telling me much about forecasts, though, so. I could also read the stage note. Well, I was going to say the stage notes, the rally notes, the yumps. I like that. Setup. We want to lengthen the gearbox. Just one tick. And then... I wonder if I could take that 5 minutes back. We're going to need to repair that gearbox. I want to repair its suspension. Let's see. Well... That's acceleration, that's suspension. Diff. When differential is very badly damaged, it'll behave as though it's a front-wheel drive car. We got some... Body, as bad as it looks, it's like... Steering, probably not gonna... It's in good enough shape, we're not gonna repair it. Let's get the axles. They cost headlights to cut out. Well, we don't have to worry about that because it's noon is the second stage of our run here. Get the brakes. Get the diff, and we're out of time. Oh, it won't even let... Yeah, I won't let you go past your allotment. We can get the electrics if we take off the... Now, we've left the turbo, because the turbo's not that bad. We've left the body because we don't need it. The steering, we should be fine enough. Electrics, exhaust, and drive shaft, so... I mean, you gotta make do with what you got, right? Here? So this is our first real test of trying to think of what am I gonna need. I'd rather have handling than speed. I can make up time in the turns. But then again, when I do that, I crash, so...
3, 2, 1, go! 55 right.
Oh yeah, that wing is not looking good. Oh, jump into that turn. Landing.
50 jump.
Don't want to be turning when you're jumping. That's the recipe for trouble.
54 left, over crest.
I was going to say, where's that over crest, Nikki?
4 right, over crest.
I'm sure I set this to intermediate, right? I have to go back and check the... Oh, left. That's why you have pace notes. Tell you which direction you're going.
And jump maybe.
Well,
70 crest.
there's no maybe about that jump.
30 long, 4
I love jump maybes, because, like, I swear 9 times out of 10 a jump maybe is actually a jump. It's just dancing around the fact that you might go flying.
36 right, into turn.
So.
3 right, onto mud.
Rewrite onto mud.
100 jump.
Alright, well, we made up some time there. I'm shocked, actually.
76 crest, into 6 left.
But I wanted to make sure that I didn't hit anything. And I mean, there was a little glancing blow off of, I don't know if it was a tree or a telephone pole there. But I was trying to, as soon as I saw it was going off, I was just basically at that point trying to wrangle it in. We're probably going to be red on this sector. Yeah. I'm trying to be very careful with the car here. This is very not aggressive through that 2 left. Didn't grab the handbrake. Should have grabbed the handbrake. Didn't grab the handbrake. If it was a hairpin, I would have grabbed the handbrake. Made up a little time there. Whoa, there was a jump. I usually like letting off the throttle or tapping the brakes just to make big jumps a little easier. I know. You should just when in doubt, flat out sort of thing through there. If you're going for a jump, just get the big air. It's like an old Cool Borders game. Get that big air. Over 5 left. Just don't hit the Armco on the inside. Over the crest. Nice, nice, nice sector here.
70 long, 5 right, over crest, tightens.
Over crest tightens. I hate it when they say tightens. They don't tell you tightens to what. So you just kind of got to guess. Some of those WRC games, like the official WRC games, have this like, you know, it's like flat tightens to 1. It's no, just call me 1. Just call 1. I will take it as a frickin' 1. Not the greatest view, because it's like you can see it's like just a drawing. They're not fully rendering the 3D inside the car, but and that bouncing wing is getting me worried. Could be Colin's face too. It's hard to tell when it's kind of, well, like that, right? So, because it's my first time through, it's like I'm ignoring the high score thing. Because, like I said, I kind of expect it. Alright, next stage.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, let's go. Stage 6 of 8. Nice, keep it inside. Whoa, that was a jump. I wasn't expecting something that big, but that was a good jump. Finland is known for its jumps, and some of its big jumps they'll have like distance markers, so people watching and like especially TV cameras, they'll be parked there. We'll see how far you've jumped over the big ones. So when I'm talking about big air, I'm not kidding. They ooh, that got tight on the exit there. I mean, this one they also called Titans. That one didn't tighten maybe to 5. So does slow you down if you try and cut a little bit, which is fine. I mean, like if I'm sticking a toe onto the grass, it's like a little annoying, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to mitigate people just cutting it all together. Oh man, landing sounds very painful on that suspension. I forget there's a proper way. The proper way to take a landing is supposed to be 1 wheel at a time, which can be difficult in a video game. So just stick the right rear onto the grass there. We'll bring that back around for the fore left. Oops, we've took the sign with us. This is a good stage for us. That's cool. Feels like I'm pulling to the left. I don't know if it's a configuration of my controller. I think I mentioned I was using the Xbox One controller. It feels like it's pulling just a little bit to the left. Maybe it's just sliding. This is making it feel like it's pulling one way and then the other, but it's not like it's like a little annoying, but it's not like game breaking. So there, just hold it from. Maybe feels like it's just trying to keep me on the road a little bit. Feels like almost like there's a little bit of. I don't want to say autocorrect, but there's a little bit of like, it's trying to keep you from. It's trying to keep you on the road maybe a little bit. Maybe it. There's the end. When Nikki says okay, that means we're at the finish. I think we've maybe locked up the rally bar in massive wreck with 2 stages to go. Since we got 15 seconds on Colin there. And yeah, we've got half a minute on him now. Basically double our lead on that stage. So 2 more stages. I'm not even attempting to say the stages, right? And then we've got an afternoon and then a night stage. So don't seem to have a problem with the setup at the moment. But what we're gonna need to do. What was the thing that said headlights? We're gonna need the headlights. So suspension's in one piece. The diff could use a little repair. The body could use some repair. Body should use some repair, so that way we have it in one piece when we go. I think we can get everything actually. Ooh, no, we can't. Let's see. Turbo takes 8. We need 2 more minutes for that. Sorry, exhaust. You're going at the expense of steering. Yeah, I wanted to clean up the car so that way it looked good for when we win the race. Priorities and all, right? Gotta look good for that. I'm looking forward to a night stage, though. I want to get through this. Gotta get through this without smashing the headlights so I can see where I'm going at night. I mean, 2100, it's 9 o'clock. I think it's a spring rally, so...
30 onto mud and long key right.
So that could mean that we're looking at a little... so it could be night, it could... Yeah, it wasn't a great run through there. I'm trying to be cautious because it is tightly barriered through that first sector. So we got a little more room to play with here. So it'll... oh, rocks inside, so we want to give it a little bit of space there. That's basically a don't cut. Unless you want to end up... Ooh, Christ, let's back that down through those jumps. There's a landing with some authority there. That sound. That sound as you land off those jumps. It's like, hey, take care on the frickin' jumps, you lunatic. Long, 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 very long. Trees on the inside. Just ding it off of the signage there. It's the crest and the tightness of that turn. Brings you up on the exit really fast there. So we'll be red here. Oh, no, we're green here. And this is a signature style you expect from a Finnish rally. It's just a road right along the lake. Unlikely to spit you off into the water, unless you're playing a video game. But still keeps you... It's nice and scenic. But there's still the risk that you might need a life jacket, so... Who was it? There was an F1 driver that used to race Monaco wearing a life jacket because he was convinced he was going to end up in the harbour. Don't know if that was true or an urban legend, but ooh, that was close. That felt sketchy.
And jump. Into 6 right, into 6 left. 30 long key right. 30 long key left, tightens the up crest, and jump.
Let Nikki start for a little bit. I was going slow enough that that one was actually a jump, maybe. Ooh, there we go. Got through in one piece, but that was close at the end. If that was at the end, I might have gone into the wall on the left there. And I think we kept the car in one piece enough that we should be fine to have headlights for the next stage. Look, it's at night.
2, 1, go.
It's at frickin' night. I'm excited.
30 crest and 5 right. 70 key left, up crest,
It's just not like pitch black,
and key left.
but it's still fun to run a stage at night so you can see the road revealing itself.
30 key right.
That's also part of the challenge. Is you got to trust your pace notes, which I'm talking over, admittedly. Yeah, trust your pace notes. Just a little bit of faith, because every turn is blind. Have faith in the pace notes and just hope that you... And hope that you've made the right call when you're charging in.
Long 5 left, tightens the up crest. Into
So here we are. Yeah, you can just sort of make out like that 4 left there. I could just sort of make it out. But I couldn't tell if it was a 4 or a 3. Maybe it was a 5.
into crest and 3 right.
And you don't know your apexes. You don't know what's coming up
2 left.
on the outside.
36 right, tightens the
That was a quick 2 left. Did see that? It's like it was right after the crest. And again, if I wasn't talking, I would have heard Nikki say, you know, it's like it was the left right or the right hit right into the left.
35 right, up jump.
Just a tick off the signage. I think I've shattered the rear window then.
36
Sure sounded like I broke some glass there.
100 jump.
Stone cold, stone cold.
100 turn, 3 left, on the gravel.
Okay, there, I see it.
30, 6 left.
Oh, that sign didn't move.
30 press, that's 5.
Oh, you can't see the... You can look out the back here, but yeah, it's from the roof cam, so...
30, 5 left. 50 jump and very
I wonder if I should change to a different camera, if only... just to slow me down a bit. I forget what button I've got camera. Oops, that's camera. Oops, that's wrong one. Roof cam, maybe?
30 press, into 3 left.
Well,
30 press, into 4 right.
no, that one. Oh, cockpit cam.
106
Do cockpit cam. And then chase cam again.
into jump.
Oh, you can see the antenna flapping in the breeze there. That's cool.
Into 5 left.
Little details. Wah! Almost jumped myself into a tree there. Coming up to finish. Right. Oh. So, I'd say that was a pretty successful first rally. End up scoring 12 points. Because reasons. We've won the gold trophy for the Finland rally. We've unlocked a cheat as well, Fireball. And that's our championship points. Let's go back to the main menu for a second. Yeah. So, okay, we don't want to see identity. We want to see trophies? Yeah, okay, so there's okay, it is intermediate, so that's a good way to check it to see if it's intermediate is if you're there. I just thought I'd check. Since we were on the intermediates. We did do a good job. I was like, I must have picked the wrong difficulty there, but I didn't. But that's the thing. Codemasters games, like they have this tendency, like I found with the TOCA 2, right? Is that there were times where I was like, am I on the right difficulty? But I think it's just that it's sort of dependent on, like, you know, your skill level. Some tracks, or in this case some rallies, speak to you better than others. So, is what it is in that regard. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Colin McRae Rally 2.0. And next time out, I don't know what the next rally is, but we're going to find out together. You guys probably already know. And by the time the next video is posted, it'll be in the title, so, you know, you'll know as well. So, we will give that a go next time on Colin McRae Rally 2.0. But until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Share on social media. Follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent Honor, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget you can check out more classic racing in the playlists. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.